Welcome back, horror friends, to High on Horror, your weekly hit of guts, ghouls, and giggles from the grave. I'm Drew, and tonight, luck's running out.
And I'm John. This episode and every future episode is dedicated to all the horror hounds and stoners out there who want to expand their knowledge of the genre and have a good time.
This week, we're tearing into Coyotes, the new horror comedy hitting theaters October 3rd. It's got Justin Long and Kate Bosworth trapped in the Hollywood Hills as wildfires rage, and if that wasn't bad enough, a pack of bloodthirsty coyotes decide it's dinner time. Colin Minihan takes survival horror, stirs in sharp comedy, and lets it all run feral. This isn't just man vs. nature, it's The Purge, coyote style. So clog up your doggy door, keep the fire at your back, and don't make a sound when the howling starts. Let's get into it today on High on Horror. Interviews, reviews, and the latest news all rolled into one.
And now it's time for Strain Wreck, that part of the show where we reveal what strain we're sacrificing our brain cells to and dive into the twisted headlines from the world of horror.
Think of it like that part in a horror flick where the stoner's lit up, the Ouija board's out, and everyone's about 5 minutes away from regretting life choices.
You know what's funny is Nicole randomly threw on a movie today, and it's bad that I guessed it because you know how it is with like our Fandango. Sometimes you start a movie, you'd stopped it halfway through, so it picks up halfway through, and you're like, whatever, I've seen this movie a bunch of times, I don't care. It was just a girl dancing in jean shorts from the hips down. I went, is this Cabin in the Woods?
Love that movie.
But when they do the when the cellar door blows open and Thor is like
Thor. Chris Hemsworth.
where he's like maybe it was just a draft and it blew the door open and there's the stoner. How does that make any sense? But all right, so today we're smoking some Golden Goat.
Golden Goat. Okay.
Golden Goat. Let you know
it looks amazing.
We'll let you know why it pairs well with the film later.
All right, well, I'm excited about this one. Grab your black leather gloves and razor-sharp film knowledge because Arrow Video is rolling out The House with Laughing Windows and glorious 4K Ultra HD on December 2nd.
I just saw this today when I was on Bloody Disgusting. I saw that and I was going to bring that up to you, but I see you already found it. To be honest, I'm not surprised.
Now, Giallo fans know this is a deep cut from 1976, directed by Pupi Avati. Yes, Pupi. If you're new to the genre, Giallo is basically Italy's answer to Hitchcock, except with more blood, more mystery, and way more stylish murder weapons. We're talking the same tradition that gave us Mario Bava's Blood and Black Lace, Lucio Fulci's Don't Torture a Duckling, Sergio Martinez's Your Voice is a Locked Room and Only I Have the Key, still the best movie title to casually drop at a dinner party, and of course, Dario Argento's neon-drenched masterpiece Suspiria. Compared to those giants, Avati's House with Laughing Windows is a bit quieter, creepier, and I dare say nastier. You know, it's about an art restorer who stumbles onto a fresco painting by a madman rumored to torture his models in their dying breaths. So naturally, people in the village start turning up dead, and suddenly the restorer's job looks a lot less like fine art and more like a death trap. Arrow's release is loaded with 4K restoration from the original negative, HDR10 presentation, pristine mono soundtrack, fresh commentaries, full-length documentaries, essays, posters, you name it. They threw it all in like they always do. It's essentially the Criterion Collection treatment, but for people like us and our listeners who like their art with more arterial spray. Am I right?
I mean, did they include a fleshlight in there?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway.
And I believe Poopy had a brother, Pee-Pee.
Okay. So, if you've already made your way through Bava's Velvet Murder Mysteries, Fulci's Rural Paranoia, and Martino's Psychosexual Puzzles, and Argento's Operatic Nightmares, Avati's House with Laughing Windows is the perfect next stop. Seriously, check it out. Just maybe don't watch it while you're recording in your living room, redecorating in your living room. I'm sorry, I said recording. I'm baked. Don't watch it while you're redecorating your living room, because your wall art may never look the same again.
But, I know we talk about Argento, but how do you feel about Sargento cheese?
Banging.
That shit
jumping.
is good. I like
For
those
sure.
little those prepackaged slices.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I mean, it's good with sandwiches too, and you get the sandwich meats, the cheese sandwich. What am I saying, bro? What am I saying on this episode?
That golden goat getting you.
the cheese slices, like for sandwiches.
Yeah.
Just mwah, chef's kiss. But here's some news that I know you're going to be excited about. You know, your wife's going to be excited about, and I'm definitely excited about.
A lot of people excited about this.
HBO is about to make your Sunday nights a whole lot scarier because Welcome to Derry, the prequel to Andy Muschietti's It films, is premiering October 26th in just a few weeks at 9 p.m. Yes, that's right. Pennywise is back, and no, your childhood fear of clowns is not going to heal anytime soon. The first season is set in 1962, which means we get a glimpse of Derry's cursed history long before the Losers Club even showed up. Muschietti himself is directing several of the 8 episodes, so the tone will stay faithful to the big screen nightmares. Bill Skarsgård slips back into the grease pan as Pennywise. Obviously, that's a big one. Everybody's like, is he Pennywise still? Yes, he is. He's actually back as Pennywise, which is fucking awesome. And he's joined by a stacked cast that includes Jovan Adepo, Taylor Page, Chris Chalk, James Remar.
Dexter Daddy.
Yep, Madeline Stowe, Rudy Mancuso, and plenty more of familiar faces from horror and beyond. The showrunners, Jason Fuchs and Brad Caleb Kane, are treating this like an expansion pack for Stephen King's novel and Muschietti's films. Think of it as like the extended universe of sewer terror. 8 episodes total, dropping weekly on HBO and HBO Max, leading up to a December 14th finale. So basically, if you start this journey, you're spending your entire fall season in Derry, and let's be honest, that's probably still safer than Thanksgiving dinner with your relatives.
That's fair. Yeah. So, I mean, in a way, this is kind of almost a remake of the original miniseries. I mean, it's not the same.
Kind of.
It's not the same years, but it's basically what it is. It's the same time period.
That's very fair, actually. Yeah. So I didn't even realize that. Way to point that out. Like, I'm over here, it's so much on my head. When I was just thinking about all this, and I'm like, didn't even dawn on me. That's a really good point.
Because what year was the It miniseries set?
I believe
actually it says it was the 60s. So
it was the 60s. Okay, cool.
So yeah, I mean, it's basically in a way a remake of the original miniseries, but longer because it's 8 episodes.
Yeah. So that'll be cool, though. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
I feel like they were talking about, like, there was no release date for this forever. And I kept wondering what was going on. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, hey, it's next month.
Yeah. That's like Toho with their Godzilla movies. When the -1 was supposed to come out the whole year of 2023, everybody's going, weren't they supposed to put a Godzilla movie out? Wasn't there supposed to be a Godzilla movie? And then in fucking November, they drop a trailer, and then they're like, oh, yeah, it comes out at the end of December. And just, so sometimes that's a really good marketing strategy, because I feel like sometimes movies can do this thing where they announce themselves too soon, and then you got to wait like months. And I feel like sometimes that can act like in reverse of building hype. I feel like you can kind of get tired of hearing about it. I'll just wait for it at this point. I'm tired of hearing about it.
Instead of announcing it in like June, where you're like, and then you're like, oh yeah, isn't that?
Mm-hmm.
I know. That's fair, because I know there's been a couple shows I've watched where they said the new season was going to be in like 4 or 5 months. I forgot about the show until the season was over, and I was like, "Oh shit! That's right." Kind of, I think with the Dexter shows, I still haven't watched, but I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to check that out." And then I'm like, "Oh, that was 2 years ago."
Yeah, no, I definitely think like the shorter promotional package for a film is better.
Because now you're
trailer,
like, oh wow,
quick.
It comes out. Yeah, it's next month. Like,
and then it becomes that thing that you don't want to miss out on. Where you're like, yo, I saw that movie. Oh, that's out already. And then you're like, oh shit, you saw it too. And then it becomes a thing where now you want to see it. Whereas it's kind of like, hey, you see the new Transformers movie? I'll see it. It might be on Paramount Plus next month. It's like it's just different.
Speaking of Transformers, remind me, I got a video to show you when we're done.
Okay, sweet. I love Transformers. All right, why don't you tell us what we're smoking, man, and how it makes sense to what we're watching.
All right, so picture this. You're settled in on a stormy night. Coyotes begins. A Hollywood Hills home, dead power, smoke from brush fires edging close, chaos outside, wild animals circling.
Sounds romantic.
The tension builds. You take a hit of golden goat just as things go wrong. The uplifting cerebral buzz locks you in. The coyotes growls, branches snapping, every sound, the howl, the mix of fury and hunger hits even louder. And, as these coyotes are getting hungrier, you're probably getting hungrier too from the munchies. But getting into Golden Goat here, was created apparently by accident in Topeka, Kansas, when a male Hawaiian Romulan pollinated Mr. Dank's Island sweet skunk. The sentence described... That sounds like a cannabis erotica or something.
I'm still trying to get over coughing over here, man. I got a tickle in my throat, and you're fucking killing me with this shit.
The sentence is described as being a combination of sweet, sour, and spicy, with a tropical fruit flavor. Its full body effects provide a delightful rush of euphoria and creative spark. And this one's a little bit of a longer review, but this is a little bit shorter of an episode. And this review, 1,029 people found it helpful. It's a very, very narrative story. This is
somebody went full Stephen King on this review, apparently.
March 1 of 2024 is when they wrote this. I decided to visit a local dispensary here in Denver. I'm not from the area and haven't smoked in over 7 years. I am a normal individual working a well-paying job, but have serious stress and anxiety issues that I refuse to go get drugs from the doctors. So before I went back to my state, I decided to give it a shot. I told the bud tender what I needed. Something that's energetic and has stress relief. He gave me Golden Goat. I'm like, what the fuck is a Golden Goat? I rolled up a joint and decided to walk to find a bus stop. Before I knew it, I was jamming to some Father John Misty radio with my hotel programmed into my GPS. I ended up walking 4.5 miles back to my hotel in the snow and never felt more uplifted and stress-free. I came back and dove right into some snacks. Man, food never tasted so good. After about 2 hours, the feeling was wearing off, but yet I felt normal. A normal I have never felt before. No stress, no worries. I jumped on my laptop and knocked some work out. Then I got bored and went back out and smoked some more. I smoked another joint, ended up walking in the snow some more, and noticed the slightest of details and things. It has now been about 3 hours since I last smoked, and I feel no high except my stress is gone and my body is relaxed. Still fully functional? ? No dry mouth, no headaches. I rolled up some, quote, organic hemp rolling paper, and there was no burn in the throat. That's what she said.
You beat me to it, man. I was going to fucking jump in on that, but you got
That's what she said. It was cold, and I had to keep hitting it to see if...
That's what she...
Okay. Right. It was cold, and I had to keep hitting it to see if I was actually inhaling because I thought my breath was smoke. Nope. I was inhaling. It just didn't hurt.
Oh, God. Stop. Just stop.
Something must have changed in the weed over the years, or this is just what real weed is about. Why is this illegal again? Just rolled my last joint and what might be my last joint for several years to go come. That's how it's written.
Okay.
I'm hoping that this can become legal on the East Coast so I can become a functional person without all the stress and anxiety. I'd love to see the world with these glasses on every day. It's so beautiful. I'll pass on the benzos and the SSRIs. I don't know what those are. I'm smiling when I write this because it's so beautiful and sad at the same time that I cannot participate. One love, my friends.
Well, I can tell you this, that it's definitely fucking good weed, but I'm not going to go fucking take a walk.
In the snow.
And also, we are on the East Coast, buddy. So,
well, this was 2014.
Okay.
So this was 11 years ago.
It's not bragging or nothing, but you know, come over here and get some.
One love, my friends, and keep this going. Spread the word about this beautiful plant. It's our time.
It is our time. It's been our time.
Yeah. So hopefully, whoever wrote this, hopefully you're able to smoke in whatever state.
This one's for you, bud. This episode's dedicated to you.
This toke's for you.
All right. Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, cool. All right, horror friends, you've heard the news, you've heard the rants. Now it's time to sink our teeth into the main event. Let's get into our review of Coyotes.
All right, getting into the film here today. After a Santa Ana windstorm knocks out power in the Hollywood Hills and crashes the family SUV, the Stewarts, Scott, Liv, and their precocious daughter Chloe are stranded in their hillside home with no cell service, no escape route, and just enough spam to start a riot. But the real problem? Coyotes. Not the scrappy, skittish kind of that dig through your garbage and steal your cat, but smart, organized, murder-flavored coyotes, led by a scar-faced alpha with a serious beef. The coyote pack starts picking off neighbors like it's happy hour at an all-you-can-eat casino buffet. As wildfires rage on one side and a bloodthirsty canine death cult circles the other, the Stewarts, armed with nothing but a flashlight, an old iPad, and some questionable decision-making skills, must band together and transform from cozy suburbanites into blood-smeared survivalists. Coyotes is a savage, satirical survival thriller where nature bites back, and this time it's brought friends. With welcome to the apex of the food chain, it's going badly. And that description was sent to us over by the filmmakers, and this is directed by Colin Minahan from Grave Encounters, which we mentioned last week.
Yep.
Written by Ted Daggerhart, which is a pretty badass name. The
Expendables
4. That's up there with Dick Warlock.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Daggerhart.
Nick Simon from The Pyramid, Justin Long and Kate Bosworth lead a cast that includes Mila Harris playing Mary, Brittany Allen from Dexter Original Sin, Catherine McNamara from Shadowhunters, and Norbert Lee Butz, a complete unknown. And it's kind of interesting. You have Justin Long and Kate Bosworth, who are husband and wife, and then you have Brittany Allen and Colin Minahan,
who are
husband and wife.
Correct. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And
it's a couples movie, a true couples movie.
And I'll just go ahead and read. We were sent over a statement by Colin, so I'm just going to read that here.
Definitely.
I read the first draft of Coyotes and started laughing out loud. It had bite, it had chaos, and more importantly, it had fun. I was sitting with Brett flipping pages, both of us wide eyes, and saying, "Okay, this is fucking nuts." Then Jesus, I am struggling with the phrasing on this one. I'm going to try one more time. That's when I knew I wanted in. At that time, there were actual coyotes stalking our old dogs in the Hollywood Hills. So, in a way, it's based on a true story, I guess, a little bit. Every night felt like a horror movie. The real-world weirdness synced perfectly with the script's energy. It wasn't trying to be clever or cool or some kind of elevated genre exercise. It was just wild, tense, funny, and totally unpredictable. A horror comedy action beast that actually had the nerve to entertain. I spent the last decade watching horror get more and more self-serious, movies that think they're profound because they don't actually say anything. Ambiguity is such a crutch. Somewhere along the way, people forgot that horror could be fun and still have soul. Coyotes is a course correction. This movie is sharp, fast, and unafraid to go for the jugular and the laugh. No social media screens, no hollow metaphors, just characters who feel real, thrown into a story that knows exactly what it is and never slows down to apologize for it. Justin Long gives what I generally think is his best performance since Barbarian. He's unpredictable, grounded, and completely dialed in. Working with him was a blast, and Kate Bosworth brings this ferocious, lived-in energy that elevates every moment she's on screen. She's unafraid to go weird, to go dark, and to lean into the chaos. And it makes the film so much stronger. Watching her and Justin bounce off of each other was pure fire. And getting to make this with Brittany Allen, my wife, my creative partner, and a total badass was a gift. She plays Jules with a rare kind of emotional precision, but also scored the entire film in our home studio at night while our kids slept upstairs. She gave the film its rhythm and heartbeat, the magic in every scene. I also edited the film myself, not out of control, but out of instinct. This kind of movie only works if you keep that tone razor sharp and the energy moving. Every cut needed to feel deliberate, alive, and a little dangerous. Coyotes isn't trying to be cool, it's trying to bite and hopefully leave a mark.
That's a hell of a statement. It's like a really good review.
Of his own film.
So I'm just going to jump right in. I'm giving Coyotes an 8 out of 10 for pure adrenaline, chaos, laughs, and unapologetic violence. These Coyotes are fierce, gnarly, and every time they hit the screen, it's absolute chaos. They'll attack in broad daylight in the middle of the street. And this movie made me fear things I never even considered before. It kicks off with a killer opening scene that perfectly sets the tone, funny, vicious, and full of personality. It bears its teeth, so to speak. And I love the Dawn of the Dead style opening credits, showing aggressive coyotes mixed with cell phone footage, news clips, and radio coverage. It really sells the idea that a coyote apocalypse is closing in on us. And I think Justin Long as Hollywood royalty, as soon as I saw that in the movie and they were like Hollywood royalty and it shows him, I lost it. Hilarious. Like, it's just such a funny joke, but the more than that, he actually delivers one of the best acting performances of his career, moving in one moment, then instantly becoming the punchline of a joke that had me laughing out loud at 3 a.m. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about, but there was a scene where he really delivers, and it just ends up, like I said, it just becomes the punchline of a joke, and, I got yelled at my wife for laughing out loud and waking her up when I was watching it. Kate Bosworth is fantastic. She complements the humor with just the right amount of dry delivery. That's where that's where she shines, is that dry delivery. But the real standout for me is Brittany Allen as Julie. She's hysterical, expertly cuts the tension in key moments, and her line delivery is top notch. And I gotta say, honestly, I'm a fan of this movie. I am. Coyotes is chaotic, funny, and tense all at once. It's exactly the kind of horror comedy thrill ride I love.
I think everything I said just kind of lays out what this movie's all about. It's a classic man versus nature story, except these are some roided out yotes. This movie, like I said, it's pretty straightforward, but it's absurd in all the best ways. It knows it's a comedy, but tries to play it off serious, if that makes sense. Justin Long and Kate Bosworth are great, but as you pointed out, Brittany Allen and Norbert Lee Butz are what puts it over the top for me. Just their whole dynamic.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I feel like this film incorporates the best of a lot of the best things from other horror comedies over the last decade plus. I feel like it has touches of Psycho Gorman, This Is the End, Zombievers, just like stuff from each of those. And I just felt myself laughing a lot. It's going to be a great popcorn horror flick, just something you can throw on in the background whenever you're doing something. I give it a 7.6 out of 10.
It's really funny you mentioned Zombievers, because that is also...
I love that movie.
That is also one that comes to mind. It's funny you brought up This Is the End, too, because I definitely see that one as well. It reminded me a lot of Crawl, the Alex Aja and Sam Raimi movie with the alligators, except it added the humor to it, and that's what I thought was funny. I'm like, this is like Crawl, but like on a more ridiculous level, but yet it's still somehow completely entertaining, and I thought that those were actually really good comparisons of yours.
And the Psycho Gorman part I felt was more of the tone of the movie, where it's just so absurd and over the top, but you just have people that are just playing it so serious in the movie. I just felt like that's where I got the Psycho Gorman. But yeah, immediately when I even heard about the movie, the first thing that popped in my mind was like, oh, is this going to be like Zombievers?
It definitely has like a Shaun of the Dead dynamic as well, but I think that sort of dynamic's in every sort of like horror comedy anymore. Like, it's just kind of in the DNA of that, but yeah, I thought the movie was solid, man.
Thanks to all the horror hounds and stoners out there for tuning in. And make sure to join us next week. We'll have a special episode for you on Traumatica. We'll be joined by a bunch of special guests.
Some familiar faces that we love.
Some familiar faces, a lot of which joined us for Two Witches. Was that last year? 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
I don't know.
Yeah. A Halloween episode.
It's all one big blur at this point. Make sure to follow us online, High on Horror 420, YouTube, Instagram, X. Every time I say X, I feel like I'm being pornographic.
As soon as you say X, I want to remind you, say, mention Twitter, and I'm like, oh, it's the same thing.
I know, yeah. When I say X, it just sounds like vulgar for some reason.
It does.
I think I need to go on TikTok, Facebook, OnlyFans. It's been a couple weeks since we've mentioned our OnlyFans.
Which we don't have, by the way.
Which we don't. They're posing as us. Unless you like what you see, then yeah, it's us.
If you see, feet with milk getting poured on them, that's not me, that's John.
I don't even got anything to say for that. You caught me off guard with that one. That's good. Send in your PPA questions, highonhorror420gmail.com, or any social media, wherever you find us online. Again,
Reach
not
out.
our OnlyFans. So if you send a message there, we won't get it.
Not unless you send a $5 tip.
Yeah. I'm going to need about $20 if you do a video.
Sarah Jane Allen.
All right. I think on that note, how about wrap her up? Catch you later.
Stay spooky.